Hope you all have a great Christmas break. We got a much better defensive effort, so it'll be a lot better Christmas break for us. So we did make a big point of emphasis on defense, especially after that debacle up in North Dakota with Eagle staff. So, we felt like the one guy that could get going, like Eagle staff, on this team was Solinger, and he ended up shooting 1 of 14. So, and then scoring the second half. So I think we did a little bit better job being locked into the perimeter guy that could kind of get going. We held them to pretty good field goal percentage. They only shot 28%. They've traditionally, this has been one of the hardest playing teams. I was in the MAC for 6 years, and they get all of the old boards. We gave up too many second chance points. They had 14, but I thought for the most part our first shot defense was good. Needed to rebound a little bit better on the defensive end. Offensively, I thought we got to the old boards really well. We ended up with 22 second chance points, 20 old boards. So I thought that was pretty good. We struggled offensively. We're going to have to figure some stuff out here before SEC play. The turnovers have been really just way too many, 13 in the first half. And, we did the same thing 2 games in a row. We only had 1 in the second half against North Dakota. We ended up with 6 in the second half here. So we've got to do a better job of the turnovers. I don't have an answer for the free throw problems, but the only way I know how to fix that is get in the gym and work. So good thing for us is we don't have any school for a few weeks here. So after they get back from Christmas break, we'll be in the gym and putting some time in. And then the threes, we just got to keep shooting good threes, get the right guys taking them. We're never going to pass down an open look from 3. I thought Holloway did a really good job there. The second half, kind of getting us going a little bit. Sears ended up hitting that one in the second half. But we've got some shooters that we can get going between Sears, Holloway, Youngblood, and LeBaron. So.
We'll open up the questions, but we got a question from Coach.
Okay, you have to answer 1 of 2 questions. Which daughter's your favorite, or what'd you get me for Christmas?
Yeah, well, I only have one daughter that made the game, so I don't know if that helps you, but I probably shouldn't answer that one because that'll get me in some trouble. So what did I get her for Christmas? To be fair, I've asked her for about a month what she wants, and at first it was something I couldn't really get. The only other thing I've got is tickets to the weekend concert. So I looked them up, and the only concert I saw was out in L.A., so I'm not sure how you're going to get there. But so if any of you got a connection to the weekend concert and can help me out in the next 2 days before Christmas, we can. I also need to get her car fixed that she's already wrecked. She's not even 16, so she's 15 and already wrecked her car. So that's the other request, to get her car fixed. So we're working to get the car fixed by sometime in January. She hit a deer, but we got a wrecked car, the weekend concert, and one other request that's not really feasible. So she hasn't helped me out. So if you help me out a little bit better, I got a couple days to go Christmas shopping.
All right, we'll go for questions now. Raise your hands, Chase.
As good as the defense was, you really didn't put them on the free throw line. I think they only had 13 free throws for the night. How important is it to not only play tight defense, aggressive and physical, but also not put them on the line all night?
Yeah, before I forget that, for those of you that don't know, that's my middle daughter, Jocelyn. And so she's a big sports fan. So that's who asked the questions, if you didn't know. Free throws. Look, the most efficient way to score is getting to the free throw line. So on defense, if you're trying to have an efficient defense, you got to keep teams off the free throw line. I thought we did a pretty good job of that. Now, they obviously shot it a lot better than we did. So it's a good thing we did keep him off the line. Solinger was only 1 of 14 from the floor, but he went 4 of 4 at the free throw line, so it's a good thing we kept him off. I thought our guys did a pretty good job staying on the ground, using their length, not buying shot fakes and just making them shoot tough contested shots. They ended up, 28%, 21 of 75 from the floor. So I thought we did a pretty good job making them take some tough shots, and they just missed some open shots, or we screwed up defensively too. But, we definitely don't want to send teams to the free throw line. I thought we did a pretty good job of that today.
You went with that smaller lineup at the under 16 after the starters kind of went cold. I think it was Millette, Youngblood, Reed, and Diabate were kind of the bigs. I was just wondering what you kind of thought made of that and how they maybe gave you guys a spark when on that 7-2 run there.
Yeah, we definitely have options to go, we can go really big with, you could play Darion Reed at the 2 if you wanted and put Jaron at the 3 and Grant Cliff. We can go smaller where you play Modee 5, Darion at the 4. What I had Houston and CYN at kind of the wings, which gives you some athleticism. I thought Modee had a really big block. I mean, Modee's had some great blocks this year. Darion's had some great blocks. So even though those guys aren't 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, they play big. They rebound it well. They're tough. They can block shots. So, we've got different options we can go to. Sometimes we just need to get athletic, fly around a little bit, and get the ball up the floor. We were struggling on offense. I thought maybe those guys could get to the old boards, maybe turn them over a little bit, maybe get out in transition. So I don't even know if it worked. I don't know if you got the points on that one or not. But
It was a 7-2, and I don't think they had a turnover.
okay, yeah, part of it was when you take care of the ball too. So that was an issue tonight.
Grant and Aiden both talked about how defense was kind of a focal point this week. Do you feel like the message is kind of really getting across to the guys now that if they don't defend, they're not going to play as much?
Yeah, we're deep. We got to get the rotation trimmed. If you're not going to guard, you're just not going to stay in the game. So, we got to do it. And if you're going to turn the ball over, you got to come out too. Some of these silly, careless, casual turnovers got to get eliminated. So I'm not a coach that likes to yank guys a lot. I like to give them their confidence, but like effort stuff, like we got no problem pulling guys. So like lack of effort on defense, they're going to come out, and then we got to quit being so casual with the ball on the offensive end.
Kind of bouncing off of Katie's question, you've talked about trimming down the rotation earlier this week. This afternoon kind of help solidify those changes, or is it still to be determined?
I mean, I think every game's building a little bit more towards figuring out what we're trying to do. I think, this is helping maybe solidify it. I mean, there's a few guys that just you can't take out of the rotation. They're just playing too good. But, I think we can get it down to 9 or 10 pretty quick. We got one more game before SEC play, and we'll try to figure it out.
What were your thoughts on Mark's performance today, and what more do you want out of him before conference play?
Look, he's been playing really hard on defense. I've been super happy with the way Mark's been playing over the last month and a half. The only real issue is his turnovers. We just got to get him to cut down on the turnovers, and it's not for a lack of wanting to do well. He's trying to make the right reads. Sometimes he's so aggressive. He had the one turnover in the first half. He kind of drove into a crowd. We got to stop those. The one where he threw it out of bounds in the second half, there's a little bit of miscommunication between him and Houston. Should have Houston stayed or lifted, and but we got 5 turnovers, a little bit too many. Other than that, though, I mean, you look at how hard he's been playing on defense. I mean, he won the blue collar like 2 games ago, I believe. I mean, he's been giving us like really good minutes, I thought. So we need him to keep doing what he's been doing. Just kind of cut the turnovers down. Yeah, I'm looking right now. He had positive defensive leverage, and that wasn't always the case. So he's been playing well.
Good.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you after Christmas.